Madonna. Should've taken a break, not an Oxford comma. Take what I want when I wanna. And I want.
Hello everybody, Nara back again. So I am back with a tag video. I know I have not done a tag video in a while. I think it's been like, the last tag video I did was like 3 weeks ago, which is a long ass time, because if you know me, you know how much I love doing tags. Thankfully, luckily enough for me, a very good friend of mine, Fadwa, over at Word Wonders, which she's amazing. Oh my god, she's so fucking amazing and brilliant. I'll link her channel down in the description bar. Please go check it out and please subscribe, because if you're not subscribed to her, you're definitely missing out on an amazing creator. But anyway, Fadwa tagged me in the Do I Have That Book challenge, which I've been wanting to do, but I've been putting it up because I was like, oh my god, that thing, I've seen it all around, everybody has done it, and I was like, do I want to do it? You know, because I've already seen the questions, I already have an idea of what they are. But then Fadwa tagged me and I'm like, girl, I gotta come through, because you know, Fadwa tagged me. So to make it a bit more difficult for myself, usually there's a question, ask / prompt, and then you pick a book that, you know, fulfills that. But I wanted to make it a bit more difficult because, like I said, I've seen a lot of videos, so I decided that one, I'm going to time myself, but two, and most importantly, rather than pick a book for each prompt, I'm going to force myself to go with 3 books for each, which, now that I've said it, sounds insane. What the fuck am I thinking? How am I going to be able to pull this off? But anyway, let's see if I do it. So let's set the timer. The very first question says, do you have a book with deckled edges? And the thing about it is, I actually do. I have a couple of books with deckled edges. Give me a minute. Three books. I'll run you through the books when I'm done. Okay, so the next question says, do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? And I think I do. Found it. 3 people on the cover. Okay, so next question. Do you have a book based on another fictional story? Yes, I do. Three books. Next question says, do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? How the... Shit. 3. So next one says, do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? Do I? Do I? Three. Next question says, do you have a mass market paperback book? I do. I actually do. Mass market paperback. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? Apparently it's hard to find, like, you know, books written by characters, like authors with pen names, because authors these days like to use their names, so I'm just going to go with this. So next question says, do you have a book with a character's name in the title? I actually do. 3 books. Next question says, do you have a book with 2 maps in it? I actually do. I actually do. I think this has 2 maps. Does it? Yay! Found them. Next question says, do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? I do. I do. TV show. Do you have a book written by someone who is originally famous for something else? Celebrity, athlete, politician, TV personality? You know what? It says the books I own, right? Do I have that book? So I have them on audio. Like, yeah, don't come at me. Audiobooks are books, and so far as I paid for them, they are in my Audible library, they are in my library. I still own them. So books I have written by somebody who was famous for doing something else. See, that's becoming, yeah, Michelle Obama. You might know her. She used to be the first lady of the United States. And also have, look at that. Can you see that? We're going to need more wine. That's Gabrielle Union. I also have that. She's an actress. And then I have, see that? Can you see that? That's The Last Black Unicorn. Tiffany Haddish. She's both a comedian and an actress. Nailed it. Next question. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? Clock? I don't have any. Fuck. Okay. Do you have a poetry book? I actually do have a poetry book. Poetry books. Do you have a book with an award stamp on it? Award stamp. So, do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? This is where shit gets tricky. Because do I? I searched around, I only found one book. Do I have a book of short stories? I actually do. Short stories. Do you have a book that is between 500 to 510 pages long? That is oddly very specific. Do I have? I don't think I have. King of Scars by Lee Badugo. Who would have thought? 510, 11 pages. Perfect. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Yes, I do. There. Next question. Do you have a graphic novel? Not on here, but I do have some of them digitally. Give me a minute. I got a couple on my iPad, as you can see. You can see? Got a couple. But yeah, next question, rather final question. Do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? I actually do. There you go. That is the total. Okay. I'm certain I am probably the slowest, but I did see 26 minutes, 26 minutes, 25 seconds. I'm certain I'm probably the slowest, but every other person was only choosing one book. I chose 3, so I think that probably should, like, if we split it by 3, right, I'll be like on like maybe 8 minutes, a little over like 9 minutes, so which is not bad. So to do a quick recap, do I have a book with deckled edges? I chose these 3 books. I kid you not, like, this was when I knew this was the very first deckled edge book I got. It is The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. As you can see, the edges are deckled. This was the first deckled edges books I got, and then I have Wicked Saints, Emilie Duncan, also deckled, and my copy of 4 Dead Queens by Astrid Stoll is also deckled edges. The second question says, do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? I went with David Olusoga's Black and British. As you can see, there are quite a lot of people on the cover. I went with Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone because, once again, as you can see, there's Harry, there's Ron, there's Hermione, there's Hagrid. And then I went with The Voyage of Argo. As you can see, multiple people on the cover on a ship. So yeah, next question says, do you have a book based on another fictional story? And I did. I chose Circe by Madeline Miller, which is, like, you know, extracted from Homer's Odyssey and all the retellings of Circe that there are out there. A Curse So Dark and Lonely, which is a retelling of the Beauty and the Beast's fairy tale. And Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly, which is a retelling of the Cinderella fairy tale. The next question says, do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? I actually found 3. So 6 of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Holy Sister by Mark Lawrence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Grey Sister, also by Mark Lawrence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 letters long. Next question says, do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? And I do. I went with Obsidio by J. Christoph and Amy Kaufman. That's O and O. I went with Red Sister by Mike Lawrence. It starts with an R, ends with an R. And I went with my collector's edition, 6 of Crows by Lee Badugo. It starts with an S, ends with an S. Next question says, do you have a mass market paperback book? And I did find them. Here you go, mass market paperback. They're not my favorite, but thank God I have them for this challenge. So I have Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. I have Neil Gaiman's Stardust, and I also have Neil Gaiman's Fragile Things. Next question says, do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? I searched everywhere and I could only find 2. So I have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare and Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I wanted it to be 3. That's the reason why I spent so much time looking, but 2 is still better than none. So yay me. Next question, do you have a book with a character's name in the title? And I do. I went with Harry Potter, The Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling, because there's Harry Potter. I went with There's Something About Sweetie by Sadia Menon, because the our lead character's name is Sweetie. And I went with, of course, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, because that's Evelyn's name. So 3. Next question says, do you have a book with 2 maps in it? And I did. God's Grave by J. Christoph, I am so sweaty. This is so fucking hard. God's Gift by J. Christoph. You have, here's map number 1. Here's map number 2. Crooked Kingdom by Lee Badugo. Here is map number 1. Here's map number 2. Kingdom of Copper by S. H. Chakraborty. Here's map number 1. Here is map number 2. So, hear me. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? I had 2 books. I chose 2 books, and then there's one book that we know we've gotten confirmed that is going to be turned into a TV show. City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which was turned into the Shadowhunters TV show. I'm one of those few people that actually did enjoy it and loved it. Like, the show is one of my favorite shows. But I've started reading the book, so who knows, maybe I might end up saying that, oh, the books did it better. But anyway, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare was turned into a TV show, Shadowhunters. The Magicians by Lev Grossman was turned into yet another absolute favorite TV show of mine, The Magicians. And I know that The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater is going to be turned into a TV show on FX as well. So, yay! The next question was, do you have a book written by someone who was originally famous for something else? I already showed you my answers to that. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? I looked everywhere. I didn't find any. So, unfortunately, I had to lose that point. Do you have a poetry book? 3 poetry books. So, I have Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. I have Drive Here and Devastate Me by Megan Farley. And I have The Collected Poems of Audre Lorde. So, yay! Next question says, do you have a book with an award stamp on it? And I actually did. So, here, you can see the stamp right here. It says, winner of the Locus Award for Best Collection. That's Fragile Things by Neil Gaiman. I went with Scythe by Neil Schusterman. I don't know if you can see it, but here is the award. The Age You Give by Angie Thomas, which thankfully enough had 2 awards, not even just 1. So this and this. So this and this over here. You can't probably see it properly, but yeah. So, books with awards on the cover. Next up, we have, do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? I was looking for 3 books, but I only found 1, which still works for me. Wicked Deep by Cher Enshaw, because SE is also my initial. So, yay. Do you have a book of short stories? Yes, I do. The Thing Around Your Neck by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. What It Means When a Man Falls from the Sky by Nestle Karima. Fairy Tales for Lost Children by Dere Osman. This is one of my favorite short story collection of all time. So, yay. Do you have a book that is between 500 to 510 pages long? I couldn't find 3 books, but I did find King of Scars by Lee Badugo, which actually ran at exactly 511 pages, which is not bad. Which is not bad because it was like it was even like basically half a paragraph that was on the 511th page. So I'm taking this win. And then I went with, do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Yes. We have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, because there is the City of Bones movie. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, because, you know, we have that movie. And Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Adichie, which was turned into a movie as well. The next one says, do you have a graphic novel? I already showed you some of my graphic novels, so yay. And now for the final question, do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? Which I do. These 3. So we have Ghost of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, Kelly Link, Robin Wasserman. As you can see, lots of authors. Then there's The Red Scrolls of Magic, which was written by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. And finally, Slay in Your Lane, which was written by Jomi Adegoke and Elizabeth Owebenene. So yes, those are my answers. Crazy, insane, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm going to leave the people I'm tagging down in the description bar below. I hope sincerely that if it is that you've not done this challenge, you actually do end up doing this challenge. It's going to be so much fun. But yeah, that's about it. If you like this video, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. Check out my other videos, subscribe if you want to. I make new videos every Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I'll see you soon. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. Bye.
My strange addiction, my doctors can't explain my symptoms.